between the wines, it's Mandy and Deb. Books, bold opinions, and things that we've read. Pour up a glass, spill all the tea. Dark romance or rom-com spree. Read between the wines, where every sip comes with a plot twist.
Welcome back to Read Between the Wines with Mandy and Deb. I'm Mandy.
I'm Deb. And we have Ashley here today.
Hi,
Yay!
Ash.
Hi.
I bet no one knows what we're going to talk about today.
No
one.
Title doesn't give it away. Well, it happened. We have book covers. We have titles.
Woo!
Exciting stuff.
I heard
exciting.
this was, I think this was a Reddit leak, and then SJM probably had no choice but to announce these.
Oh,
I
didn't
think
know
so.
it was.
Oh, you don't
I
think
didn't-
so?
Yeah, okay.
Listen, the fact that those covers hit Times Square on all of those screens exactly at 12 o'clock the next day, I don't think it was a coincidence.
Oh.
I don't think her hand was forced. And if it was, I feel bad for her. But, I mean...
we're getting kind of close to like October, and
Yes.
like it makes sense to just come out with it all at once because
Right.
it's kind of like a connection.
I agree.
I don't know. That'd be pretty wild if it was leaked on Reddit and then she was like, well, Reddit knows, gotta.
Or
The
somebody
source
got
of-
fired.
Yeah, right.
The source of truth, Reddit knows, gotta get my info out.
Well, it was, I think I saw it. It was like hyperlinked to one of the stars on the website, which took you to the book covers, and that obviously wasn't supposed to happen. So they caught it kind of quickly.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, so we have titles, book covers, and descriptions for ACOTAR 6 and 7, A Court of Splintered Harmony, and A Court of Forgotten Melody. So we're going to give you our crackpot thoughts today.
Yeah. So excited.
Or Deb and Ashley are going to give you your crackpot thoughts. I saw this and I was kind of like, cool.
Oh, stop
Oh,
it.
stop. You get so into it. I think you secretly like it more than you let on.
No, I really don't.
That's everything.
I really don't. I like this just fine, but I saw it and I was like, okay, great. I'll read them when they come out.
I'm excited. Before I saw the descriptions that Target put out, I was analyzing those covers and I was like, ooh. I was like,
yeah, we'll get
chomping at the
to the theories. We'll start with the covers and then we'll get into like theories in a second. But first, come on, guys, it's Read Between the Wines. Do you have a drink?
Prosecco.
I'm trying rosé again. We'll see what happens.
Oh, okay. I got high noon. No wines today.
Woohoo!
Nice. Oh, high noon's good.
Yeah.
Stronger than a White Claw.
You know what? I can't drink White Claws now that I went to high noon. It's like once you drink high noon, you can't go back.
A White Claw
don't know
probably
what
doesn't
it
do
is.
anything for you, does it?
No.
It's just like, it just tastes a lot different because I think it's high noon has like the real vodka or tequila.
I was going to
And
say,
then the White Claws and the other seltzers. And it's any seltzer that's like, well, in North Carolina, high noon isn't sold in the grocery store. So it's like any like White Claw, Truly, anything like that. I'm like, I can't do it now. It's just
the malted ones. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it
She
is.
needs
malted.
the real deal.
I need the real deal.
I find it so funny that you can't buy High Noon in the grocery store, but they sell the THC drinks. I'm like, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Funny.
I loved like when I was in Florida because they sell the High Noon in the grocery store. And it's just more, I mean, it's not like it's, you know, it kind of is inconvenience to go to the liquor store
It is.
to get High Noon, because like when you're in the grocery store, you just pick it up. And I love being in Florida and just being like, oh yeah, I can grab a pack of High Noon. I don't have to make that extra stop at the ABC store.
Isn't it also only like 5 or 6% alcohol? I don't understand why you have to sell it in the ABC store.
It's because it has hard liquor in it. Because it's a vodka seltzer, it has hard liquor in it.
It's a mixed drink. It's not like a straight up bottle of whiskey.
That's what I'm saying. And it is real low alcohol. I think it's like 4.5 or 5%. Like it's not even 6.
No, it's But since it's got the real vodka in it, they can't sell it there. I know, it's weird.
That's dumb. Such a bummer. But you don't get hungover. You can drink 6 of them and you're fine. Well, I mean, tipsy, but like, you know, you don't get hungover the next day.
Oh. White girl wasted on rosé.
We're not talking about that again. We already talked about that.
You had a great time.
You were fine, Mandy.
Thank you, Ashley. Thank you.
You were happy drunk.
I wasn't doing this.
Yeah.
As Ashley pointed out.
Yeah, she wasn't. And she carried all her bags and presents down all those steps all by herself.
I was fine. All right. Well, let's get into these guys. All right. So just for anybody who hasn't seen it, if you haven't seen it, you live under a rock. I'm going to just quickly read the descriptions of both of these. And then we're, like I said, crackpot theories. We're going to just word vomit what we think could be going on for, however, as long as we got gas in the tank. Okay. So ACOTAR 6, A Court of Splintered Harmony. And this is what is written. What was broken will be remade. Deep in the heart of the continent, Koschei, the Deathless, is stirring. Though he's been bound to a mountain lake for millennia, the insidious threat of his return now spreads across the Fae territories, attracting powerful allies hell-bent on reclaiming what was once theirs, the human lands. The Night Court will not stand idly by while innocents are attacked. But with Prythian still piecing itself together in the wake of the devastating Highburn War, the task of uniting is proving more difficult day by day. To make matters worse, those who rule and protect the Night Court are reeling from recent betrayals and revealed truths. The rifts dividing them seem insurmountable, but to defeat Koschei's creeping shadow, they must find a way back to each other and resurrect their former alliances. To survive, they must find a way to repair the splintered harmony all around them.
Ooh.
It's funny, as I'm reading it out loud.
So good.
No, they do sound good. And as I'm reading it out loud, I'm like picking out keywords that maybe as we go through, maybe I'll have a couple things to add. We'll see.
There it is.
All right. All right. And then we have A Court of Forgotten Melody, which is obviously going to be 7. And here is the description. What was lost will be reclaimed. Prythian might never be the same again. Traditional alliances are crumbling, and no amount of diplomacy seems sufficient to repair them. With the continued threat of Koschei the Deathless on the horizon, a united front is crucial, and farther out of reach than it has ever been before. Bonds will be tested, power will shift, and old enemies will emerge from nightmares of the past. As the Night Court's inner circle disperses far and wide, desperate for any advantage against Koschei and his mighty allies, peace hangs by a fragile thread. But hope can be spun from the darkest shadows, and the Night Court has its own part to play in the looming crescendo.
Loom, thread,
there we go.
Weave, all in there.
There you go. Discuss. Let's start with the covers, and then we'll make our way into, everything else.
I gotta pull up the covers. Hold on.
Yep. So we've got this we have pretty colors. And what I think is so funny, I was watching so many people crash out online about how the covers aren't going to match their shelves, the books on the shelves.
Oh, that is so funny.
I mean, regardless, if you have soft covers, they're not going to match because you're only going to be able to get them in hardcover when they come out. So
yeah, true story.
I saw a theory. We're going to start right off the bat that somebody said online, if I find it, I will let you know. But that SJM is bringing us to a full circle moment, because if you look at the covers, it starts with, I've got the hardbacks. Hold on.
it starts red. A Court of Silver.
Right.
Yeah.
Court of Thorns and Roses is red, and orange is the last book.
Right. So let me see if I can find.
I'm like looking at the books. Like,
I know, I was too.
Yeah, she put A Court of Splintered Harmony in between A Court of Mist and Fury, right? That's the pink book.
Hold on, I'll just grab them. I will.
Mandy, you're so good.
Okay, here we go. We got them.
All right.
Here we go.
Oh, no, she put them with.
So, A Court of Splintered Harmony's colors.
Or like where's your theory taking you? Is it like looking at all the cover art together?
Let's get rid of this one, because who the fuck cares?
Oh, people are going to come for you for that one.
No.
Do you really think I care?
Hold on. Let me see if I can pull up the video that I saw.
So if you're going by colors, A Court of Splintered Harmony are these two right here. Right. And A Court of Forgotten Melody, there is no yellow book, so we just got green.
Is there?
I don't think the colors have anything to do with it. Maybe it's more so the cover of each kind of like intertwining.
I mean, the pictures do tie in with the rest of how, the other covers have looked.
Okay, so here she has them in A Court of Wings and Ruin, to then A Court of Splintered Harmony, right, to A Court of Forgotten Melody, to A Court of Mist and Fury. And this is Cassandra Moran on TikTok that I'm looking at. And she ends up putting Kingdom of Ash between A Court of Splintered Harmony and A Court of Forgotten Melody, which is the yellow.
Deb, talks to me like I'm in kindergarten. Is this like a reading order?
So I think what she's trying to get, this is what I'm taking from it.
Okay.
Is that I think potentially A Court of Splintered Harmony could be the same timeline when A Court of Mist and Fury, Court of Wings and Ruin was happening.
But that doesn't make any sense.
Because I was just going to say that I don't.
Because reading the description, it's clear that in the description we're talking about what
Coach J and
Coast J, being bound to the lake, and Prithian kind of getting, rebuilding.
She did say there was going to be multiple POVs in these. I wonder if we're going to get a little bit of Coast J during the war with Highburn in there, where Coast J is, if he had a part in the war with Highburn.
That wouldn't tie in with A Court of Wings and Ruin either.
Yeah, it would. Because A Court of Wings and Ruin, the Bone Carver and the Weaver both died helping them.
Right.
And that is
Okay.
Koshtay's their brother.
Right.
Right. Okay. All right. Maybe. I
So
don't
like
know.
that part makes sense. Okay, so you're saying like it'll fall in the same timeline as the Court of Mist and Fury, right?
Potentially. I don't think it's
Okay.
necessarily going to be, if we go off of that theory, which could be nothing, but if we run with it, I think we'll have some type of POV, maybe in the beginning, that leads us to around the same timeline of a Court of Wings and Ruin and a Court of Mist and Fury when the war was happening or building up to the war.
I can see that there are points where, because really at this point, we know some stuff about Koshtay and we know some stuff about the deathless gods and all of that. Like, I think in the last book, we really learned more than we had known. So I could see with the Weaver and the Bone Carver playing such a heavy role in A Court of Wings and Ruin and that war. And I could see that. I feel like we're going to be bouncing between timelines almost.
Right.
Because I think like we're going to get the history of Koshtay, the Bone Carver, the Weaver, maybe his point of view, and other point of views. But then I still think like they're gonna have the present day like Night Court and Nesta not having her powers. And that I think that's gonna be like a huge turn of things.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think we're also missing something very important that is on these covers, that underneath the titles, we're seeing Valkyrie cycle movement 1 and then movements 2 and 3. So I think that naturally these are going to heavily feature Gwyn, Emery, and Nesta.
Oh, yeah. Right. I do keep forgetting about that part.
I do too, but I mean, it's clear. I mean, they have to be. It's on the cover of the book. Like they have to be.
Yes, I agree. Or maybe with that, we get a lot more history from when the Valkyrie were around, which I'm also assuming Koshtay, the Bone Carver, and the Weaver, being as ancient as they are, were present when the dying off of the Valkyrie happened. Because the Valkyrie all died 500 years ago. I almost spilled my drink.
Yeah, so they definitely. I think that there's going to be a lot of history, and we're going to learn a lot more. I just wonder how that girl figured out like that timeline.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm
going to say right now, I don't like it.
She didn't specifically say like a timeline. Okay. I kind of like took that and ran with it a little bit. So that was me. But she was putting them together.
Yeah, how she like kind of put them together is interesting. I could see like there be snippets of things from that time period or maybe things that come up. I feel like there's just so much that can happen and is going to happen, but then also there's so much we still don't know. It's going to be an interesting blend, maybe.
Oh, yeah. I like the idea, since we're still talking about the covers, that I saw a theory about the Court of Splintered Harmonies. You could kind of interpret that cover as like somebody, like, because it heavily focuses on eyes and it kind of looks like a beast a little bit that it could be a seer of sorts, and then you've got the bones underneath it, which could be attributed to scrying. So I like that idea, in addition to the weaving aspect. Like, what if we're weaving and unweaving fates, maybe? And
on the next cover, yeah.
On A Court of
Forgotten Melody.
Forgotten Melody. I'm not going to memorize these.
All I'm going to say
that's a good one, though.
The acronyms for these, I mean, okay, so 6 is going to be ACOSH. And then we're going to have A Court of Forgotten Melody. I'm not even going to try. It was kind of be like A Court of Silver Flames. Like, you can't really give it an acronym and say it like ACOWAR or ACOMAF or something, or ACOTAR. The ACOSH we got, but I don't know. A Court of...
Gosh.
Well, anyway. But yeah, I mean, the only thing I had to say about looking at the cover of A Court of Forgotten Melody when seeing the spider, I wasn't even thinking about Weaver or that. My mind immediately went to Throne of Glass, and I don't remember what those spiders are called because I read that book forever ago and just like, it was so much, but I don't remember what they were called. But those spiders that we encounter in those books, and I think they had something to do with like fate and maybe memories or something like that. I might be wrong, I might be totally off base, but I feel like that was something in there.
I have it written down what the spiders are called. Like, they're striga.
I don't know why, but like I read them as like spiders.
I did too, yeah. But
plus, I can't like pronounce half of what I'm reading in fantasy books, so I just like reference it with what comes to my mind. Like, you always pronounce everything so perfectly, and I'm like, Kashi.
Well, I did some audio for Throne of Glass, not all of them, but some of them I did audio. The ones with the spiders, apparently I did not do audio. I have no idea how to pronounce that one. I don't know. That was what I thought when I saw it.
Yeah, I feel like that is definitely possible, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's always talking about crossovers and tie-ins everywhere, so I mean, why not?
I did see something that they're theorizing potentially bringing all 3 of these books together, because there's ties
Mandy?
of Nesta in Crescent City and there's ties within Throne of Glass, and they all are kind of like a multi-universe in a way.
I honestly would not hate if Aelin made a feature in the next books. I loved Aelin.
I wouldn't hate it either.
I think that would be so cool. And Dorian.
I don't want it to be so heavily featured that I'm going to have to go back and reread Throne of Glass, because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not doing it. It's not.
No, I don't think you'll need to read. You read the whole series. What do you need to reread it for?
Because I'm sure I don't remember a lot of it.
You remember enough.
If I could just touch on one thing before we go any further.
Sure.
So many people are asking, do I need to read Throne of Glass and Crescent City before this? Do I need to do all that? Do I have to? And it's like, I feel like when you make it, everybody is like, you have to do it. And I feel like that takes the fun out of this, right? Like,
yes.
You don't have to. Will you maybe not pick up certain things that are in the other books? Yeah, of course. But like, that's, again, it all comes back to reading is supposed to be enjoyable. Reading is supposed to be fun. Ingest your books the way that you want to. Read what you want to. Do not feel like now you have to rush through this massive series just because these 2 books are coming out.
Yeah.
I have not read Throne of Glass. I don't know if I'm going to read Throne of Glass before this comes out, but I'm still going to read these 2 books.
Yeah. That's a really good point, Deb. That's a really good point that you're making.
Oh my gosh. You are just a bright light over there. Preaching.
But she makes a good point when she says it takes the fun out of it, because it absolutely does. Because and especially with the Throne of Glass, for me, when that's all you're seeing on social media, it was like, you got to read this series. And especially when things are hyped in a certain way. And, and I've said on here, you go into this saying like, okay, like here comes like the rite of passage and it's going to change my life. And then it's just like, okay, I'm done. Now what? I don't really feel one way or the other. It's kind of like, okay, well,
right.
I honestly, like, if you're not going to do a whole thesis on the Maas universe, like, you'll be fine. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to. I feel like if you didn't read Throne of Glass or Crescent City, it's not like you're going to be lost. No. I think there's just going to be like the smallest subtle things that might come up.
Easter eggs,
yeah, like little Easter eggs where if you read Throne of Glass or Crescent City, you'll be like, oh my God, that's so cool. And if you haven't, you'll just be like, oh, this is really neat. Like, I don't think it's going to be, I don't think she's going to write it in a way where it's like, oh, who's this? And I need to go back and read, Tower of Dawn to know this person or whatever.
Right. And it's still just the fact of like, if you haven't read it yet, that's okay. Be like haunted by the idea that you've got, how many books is Throne of Glass? 8?
Too many.
It's like 8. Yeah, I think it's 8.
And then Crescent City is 3 27-hour books.
They're like Bibles.
They're all this big.
They're enormous. So don't put the pressure on yourself to be rushing through these books. If you've only read ACOTAR, like I have, and you still want to read these books, even though everyone is theorizing that there could be some type of crossover, like, okay, still read this. And then when you have time, go back and read the other ones. And
you'll get there when you get there.
And then you'll make the ties when you read those. And you'll be like, oh my God, that was in A Court of Splintered Harmony. Or, oh my God, that was in, whichever Crescent City book. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay, everybody.
It's all going to be okay.
And there's nothing worse than feeling pressured to read a book because you're not, like you said, you're not enjoying it. You're just like, oh, I got to get through it.
Makes me feel like I'm in school, like honors English all over again.
Yes.
Oh, excuse me, honors English.
We got a genius over
not
here.
All it's cracked up to be. Freaking, Wuthering Heights. I'm sorry. Yuck.
Oh, the movie was good, by the way.
I'm going to get more hate for this one, probably. Anywho, let's get back to the theories, guys.
Okay.
Yes.
But great point, Deb. I love it. Yeah, great point.
They've come down off of my soapbox.
Fabulous point. I love it.
That was very amazing, actually.
It was. I love it.
Thank you.
So,
well, after that.
After that.
Reading should be fun. Forced reading, not fun. Who said it? Kyle.
Summer should be fun.
Summer should be fun.
Oh, I was like, who said that? Yeah, Kyle.
Amanda, not fun.
Not this one. Not this one.
I love that. That was my favorite Kyle moment, not to get off topic, where he was like, summer should be fun. Amanda, not fun. I was like, oh my gosh, he is too much.
Oh, Kyle Cook.
Oh my God.
A man of the people.
He sure is.
All right. Let's All right, so we left off, because honestly, the way I read these descriptions, it really kind of sounds like a continuation. If I'm not reading too much into it, if I'm just like a regular person reading these descriptions, and I've read, ACOTAR all the way through, it sounds like a continuation from A Court of Silver Flames, because we left off with A Court of Silver Flames. Everybody was very happy. Nesta and Cassian are getting married. Reese is paying for it. But we know that in the background, she's going to have her Jersey housewife wedding. It's going to be fabulous.
Yes.
But we know that, like, looming in the background, something is happening. We know that more is coming. More has been bouncing back and forth between continents, trying to figure out where alliances lie. And we know that the Fae, ultimately, a lot of them still want to take over the human worlds.
Right.
We know that Night Court is like super not about that. And it sounds like we're gonna pick up where we left off. We've got Coast J in the lake. I mean, are we gonna break him out of the lake? Is somebody gonna? I'm assuming. Oh.
So maybe Tamlin. Maybe Tamlin goes crazy, and he's
fucking
like
Tamlin
and Tam.
He's gonna do something.
He might. Actually, that's a really good point, because again, going back to like cover theories, it looks a little bit like a beast. So is Tamlin going to break him out of the lake? The lake is in the Dusk Court.
Okay, so it's located on the northern continent.
Why did I think it was in one of the courts? Ignore me.
You're fine.
But it was on the northern continent. I'm like the northern continent. Like, I have a map. Like, I know.
Well, I do have a map. So hold on. All right. So you're saying that the lake that Coast J is bound to is in the northern continent. So we're talking about the continent, like the mortal lands here?
Yeah.
Like, on the okay. So
I didn't make that. Yeah.
I don't know. This lake?
Above the wall.
Yeah, so I'm assuming this lake right here, guys.
Right. Yeah.
Above the wall.
Oh, shit.
In Fae territory. So that's where he is.
Okay.
So somebody's going to have to go get him and break him out. I don't know. Honestly, you mentioned Tamlin. I thought, and after listening to her interview with Call Her Daddy, for some reason, I feel like Tamlin might get like some kind of redemption arc. Maybe.
I don't know.
I kind of feel like, he might go, he might go evil.
He might.
I mean, he's at rock bottom at this point.
Yeah.
Like, he has nobody. He can't protect anything.
So let's go make alliances with the Death God.
Yes.
I can dig it.
I can see that too. It's like he'll save his court, which has been totally
True.
thrown to shit.
Who's going to be his alliance? Like, if they're all trying to allies together and defeat the Death God, like, where's Tamlin going to go? I don't think he has food. He's in beast form. He reminds me, like, I think of Beauty and the Beast, and remember when the Beast was in bad shape and he had like ripped clothes and he looked like, really rough. That's how I picture Tamlin.
Oh, totally.
And he's just really upset, and he's going to take that anger and he's going to go evil. Maybe he already is kind of shitty.
Yeah.
Maybe there will be a redemption arc, but like, that would be weird because Elaine would be the one that fits perfectly in the Spring Court, and that would just be weird.
Yes.
And when you think about Beauty and the Beast and you think about Belle saving the Beast, she's so like the Belle character.
Yeah.
Like, totally.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there is something in here about Elaine. The theory is that Elaine is going to be connected to Coast J, and they're saying that Kosje is associated with imprisonment, prophecy, death, bargains, the lake, Vasa, human lands, and ancient magic. And Elaine has already demonstrated an uncanny ability to perceive things connected to the supernatural. So there's a theory that Elaine's seer abilities are uniquely suited to find Kosje's weakness, which would be cool, or even crazier, Elaine might have already seen something about Kosje and she hasn't told anyone yet.
I could see that.
Which could go
I could see that
Which
too.
could be part of the betrayal. Like
Correct.
that could be maybe something that goes wrong in the court because she might have known something all along and didn't divulge any of that information.
True.
Correct.
I would like to point out that I don't know what you guys discuss when you go to your doctor's appointments, but my doctor and I discuss books, and she put before these covers came out, this was like weeks ago, we were talking about ACOTAR, and she's like, I think Elaine's a bad guy. I'm like, you know what, Doc? I could get on that train because I don't like her.
I like it.
Didn't we mention in one of our episodes that we were talking about, I can't remember which one, but maybe it was Mandy, Deb, maybe it was me, I don't know. But didn't we mention the possibility about Elaine being evil?
We could have touched on it at one point.
Yeah. I think you and Mandy have always kind of had this feeling of her being evil, in addition to being a wet blanket.
We've just had this like long hatred of Elaine, like this bitch.
She better not end up with Asriel, I swear. Yes. I'll be so mad. She's so boring.
I'm still shipping it.
I think it's so funny that like how we will root for Elaine to turn on everybody over just being with Asriel. It's hilarious.
Yeah. But they always say like the quiet ones are the ones you have to watch out for. Yeah. And she's the one that's just like, oh, I'm going to go to my garden and I'm going to help the community with gardens. And like she has this such big power where she can see things and it's like there could be so much more she's doing. And like she's always like, oh, I'm too scared.
Well, so do you guys remember when we also talked about a theory that Elaine could be life itself or bring
you had
in
that theory, which was good.
So we're talking about Kosje, the death god. What if Elaine is the only one potentially who can overcome Kosje being, if we go the direction of her being life?
Like a balance.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I could see that.
Which could also tie into the theory of the cover of A Court of Forgotten Melody, where we are weaving and unweaving certain fates.
Maybe.
That could be. That could very well be. I like that, honestly. That's
sometimes
good.
I'm proud of myself.
We know that, I mean, just from reading the descriptions, we know that whatever is going on is obviously not going to be resolved in A Court of Splintered Harmony, because we've got, we're still talking about Kosje in the second one. So this is obviously going to be leading up to that book. But yeah, we're going to get some kind of indication of who is on the wrong side of the fence or the wall.
Yeah.
As you will.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, we've got harmony and melody in both of these titles. And what is Asriel? The Shadow Singer.
Okay.
What does that have to do with harmony and melody?
Because singing, you need harmony.
Shadow Singer.
Oh, singer. I'm not thinking singer. I don't know. I didn't hear singer when you said that. I just heard shadow, and I automatically went to Shadow Daddy. So I didn't hear.
I mean,
we also have the word
I'm
movement.
hoping.
We also have the word movement in the Valkyrie movement, which musically is another word we could point out.
So,
but when I think music, I think of Nesta.
Same. See, I think of Nesta, and Cassian gave her that sweet present where she could hear the whole concert, and he went back and recorded them without everybody. Oh, that was so romantic. What a romantic guy, you know?
We love Cassian.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, wait a second. Ashley, you know who else enjoyed going to concerts? Aelin.
Yes. Oh, she loved music. Mm-hmm. Her and Nesta were the tiny dancers of the series.
Yeah, so I mean, maybe again we were talking about tie-ins. Maybe
that could very well. I completely forgot about Aelin's love
I did too
of music,
until
but what's
you said concert?
What's his face? What's his name? They cried listening to music together. That's how they fell in love. Not a spoiler, Deb. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
She falls in love a few times, so it's okay.
I do not care about any spoilers. I'm going to get there. It's okay.
Oh,
she'll get there.
I said his name Chow, and you said it's Kale.
Kale, yeah.
Chow.
I read it. Yeah, I'm just going to call him Chow the whole time.
Chow. You're funny.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I mean, these two books could, if we're purely going off of that, maybe could just be Asriel. Maybe Asriel's, being that he's the quiet type that he is, maybe he's got some like real crazy powers or something like that.
He could.
Maybe.
I feel like there has to be something to come out about him, or that we're going to learn about him. I feel like he is such an important character in the book, and I would say the majority likes him. It's just we don't know anything or much about him, really. So I hope in these books we learn more about him, and I hope it's something that is pretty jarring.
Yeah, put my hand up. I have a question. And because I don't remember. The Dread Trove at the end of A Court of Silver Flames, were they destroyed, or do we still have the pieces of the Dread Trove? Most importantly, do we have the harp? Is the harp still like...
I think they have the pieces.
Okay. So we're talking about music and music words and harmony and melody and movement. And I'm thinking harp, and I'm thinking crossovers, and I'm thinking that fucking harp
travel
can transfer people to anywhere they want.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God. Mandy, the person who says, I have nothing to give to this.
Yeah, just gave everything.
But I couldn't remember, and I'm like, do I say it? I feel like an idiot. I'm like, is the harp still a thing, or was that destroyed? Like, what did we do with all of those items? Because honestly, I don't remember.
When Feyre was having the baby, Nesta used the harp to go back in time and make the bargain with the cauldron. So they still have it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think that, I mean, if for nothing else, that harp is going to play a key role, I think, in all of this.
I believe it.
I think so too. I definitely. And then it kind of goes with like everything like intertwining, and yeah. I think that I think that like all of those are going to play a part. I think the tricky part of it is Nesta was the one who like gravitated to, and she could put the crown on and she wasn't phased by it. But now she doesn't have those powers. So it's kind of like, what do we do with all of these? And
Right.
who
But she
can
has a little
actually operate them?
something. She has something because and again, correct me if I'm wrong, but at the end of A Court of Silver Flames, when she's talking to Cassian and he's asking her if her powers are gone, and she's like, yes, but there was like a but in there. It was like,
Yes.
there's still something
She
there.
can still feel something.
Yeah.
I don't think the cauldron left her with nothing. I think the cauldron, I don't feel like the cauldron is this evil type of like thing that maybe some people think it is, right? Because they were forcefully put into the cauldron.
Right.
And then it took out some wrath on Nesta when she took what she did, but she took it without asking. So I think the cauldron could potentially be something that's maybe kind of neutral in this situation, but could end up helping. Maybe Nesta gets some of that magic back. Maybe she goes back to the cauldron and is like, I need help now. And I'm asking if I can take something from you so I can aid the continent or my family, whatever it may be.
Right.
Or maybe that's why the cauldron left her with just a little bit of something so that way she could grow with it.
Yeah. I think we'll definitely learn what she was left with, and maybe it's something that's like completely different. Maybe the cauldron was like, hey, you gave this back to me, I'm going to leave you with this. And maybe it's something like a different power.
Right.
I don't know what it could be, but
I don't know,
I
but
don't know.
I like that.
But I like the harp. I definitely,
I do like that.
And with, I mean, maybe they use the harp to go back in time to kind of monitor Coast J and like see, I guess, different things that happen from different periods of time to like help fight the current war or prepare for it. It's not a war yet, but I mean, I feel like the harp was probably one of the most instrumental troves. I feel like it was used a lot.
We don't have a whole lot of information on Coast J, right? Like, we know that he's the death god, but so were the Weaver and so were the Bone Carver, right?
Right.
And they weren't necessarily these entities that everybody worried about.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if there's like another looming threat that is bigger than Coast J, but they need Coast J like they needed the Weaver and the Bone Carver in order to, Frank Highburn. Get rid of him.
Frank
Highburn.
But Coast J could also just be extremely evil. Like
1000%. Like it could literally just be he's the last thing on this continent that is just all things evil.
And he could be extremely upset that the Bone Carver and the Weaver, essentially like died in ACO War.
Yeah.
So he could be like, you know what? You killed my twin siblings. I'm coming for you.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have a timeline from when, how long from ACO War to, I'm going to say, A Court of Silver Flames, because the Hoarfrost and Starlight was our Christmas interlude.
Right.
Like, do we know how long that was? Was it only a few months? Was it a couple of years? Like, I feel like that might give us a little bit more context for something like that, where
it was just long enough for Nesta to become a full-blown alcoholic. So,
yeah, because at the end of the Christmas special, Feyre tells Rhys that she wants to have a baby. And then in the beginning of A Court of Silver Flames, they're in, the huge house, and Feyre's in her protective bubble by Rhys. Right. So she's pregnant. Right. So, and I think they mentioned it happened pretty quickly too.
Okay.
So it can't be too long.
It can't be too long.
Okay. So that could definitely be something where he's just like, you killed my family. But didn't the Bone Carver and the Weaver not necessarily like Koschei? I feel like the Bone Carver did not... When Koschei was mentioned, it was never of a, like, hey, I talked to my brother last week type of situation.
Like, yeah. I'm was actually not sure.
My brother.
Yeah. I'm not exactly sure either. So I'm just checking, AI. And apparently the Bone Carver is terrified of Koschei. So.
Okay. That says a lot.
That's not fun. That says a lot.
Right.
Not getting a whole lot about the Weaver here. Oh, it's saying Koschei and the Weaver are the ultimate bullies. Oh, Koschei and the Weaver are way more powerful and cruel than the Bone Carver. Well, yeah, we know that.
Mm-hmm. Well, because wasn't the Koschei is a death god. Wouldn't the Bone Carver be the god of truth, because you should never be lying to the Bone Carver and he wants information from you?
I don't know if I would give him a truth title. So, yeah, you have a point there, Deb, with the truth. Carving the truth comes up here a lot. They're not saying that but he is a death god. I mean, he's not any other type. He's still a death god, although, yes, he is, I guess.
Isn't her power like truth?
Yeah.
Oh.
So what if there's a link between her and the Bone Carver that, like, maybe they really didn't know about, and then in essence maybe she is, I don't know. I always got the feeling there was something going on with more.
She's always been very aloof.
There's so much that
feel
goes
like
on with her.
She could turn. I feel like she could turn. I'm not saying like go evil, but I think like she could be up to something. I could see her betraying like the Night Court, especially with everything that happened with the Day Court and
Eris.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
Oh,
okay.
Yes, and I feel like there is something that happened, and she always like made a big deal about like, yes, I don't want to go back there. But then Eris and I think it was A Court of Silver Flames, because Cassian and Azriel and everybody hated him for what they did, he said something, why don't you ask her? Like, he basically like alluded to, he's not as bad as what they think. And you should ask more for the real story.
Right.
So I think there's something with her. And I don't know how we just went from the Bone Carver showing the truth to more having the truth power to she's like betraying everybody. I'm not really sure, but we got there.
Yeah, I don't know either, but I like it. And I remember when we finished our series of ACOTAR when we talked about, like, when we did our wrap up. That was one of our biggest things that we said, like, we need to know more about more and what happened. And then when SJM made her announcement that two new books were coming out, I think, again, that was a big, heavy topic that we all touched on. Like, we want to know what actually happened.
Yes.
And I don't feel confident in reading these descriptions that we're actually ever going to find out. I mean, maybe in some way, again, we don't have details. We could, but I still would love to know that real story.
I would too. I definitely would too. I feel like if we are constantly thinking about it in terms of this series, other people most certainly are thinking about it as well. So,
yeah. It's because it wasn't just a one-off thing. It was definitely brought up multiple times, and the way it was brought up was like very cryptic, and like you can tell like there's something going on here. It's like it's like, I need to know.
I need
to know.
He played such a big role in A Court of Silver Flame.
Yeah.
And I mean, he was the one that was partnered with Nesta for the dance. And he, like Cassian already hated him. And he was just really pegged as a bad guy throughout the whole, throughout that whole book. And to at the end be like, hey, like, it's not what you think, ask more. I just think we're gonna learn more about it. I am pretty, I would bet that we're at least gonna learn more than that, because it says that there's some sort of a betrayal. I think that there's going to be different betrayals on different levels, and I think more is probably going to be one of them.
Okay.
I think she was up to no good the whole time, because we didn't hear from her, and she's just bebopping around.
Bebopping. Beep-bop boop.
I mean, that very well might be.
Maybe she's been like, maybe she's being like a spy almost. Like going and like trying to figure things out to like bring back to other places about the Night Court. Hey, these guys, they really don't want to take over the humans, but the rest of us do. So let's just do it. This is their week. Like maybe.
She's a double agent.
I love it.
She could be. I think she wants to like pave her own way. And I think maybe something with that situation happened, and it's not as what Moore's telling, and maybe she had to, I don't know. I don't want to say like she made all of that up, because there's always like truths in that, but maybe it was set up to help her in some sort of way or make a point. I think that she would be one where, because I feel like she has so many secrets, or like when she came out and said she prefers women, but she wasn't comfortable with expressing that. I feel like she just wants to be her true self and be around people where she's comfortable being her true self. So wherever that takes her and whatever information she has to give to get to that place, I think she would.
Right.
Okay.
She's been pushed to the edge, and now she's just done.
She just wants to live her life. The girl just wants to be her true self and feel accepted.
Yeah.
But I still want to know what happened. I want the whole story.
I do too. God, I want that story.
I do too.
One more thing I want to talk about, and Ashley and I are going to fight Deb on this one, I'm sure. It's we know this is a romantasy series. There is going to have to be some kind of love interest storyline somewhere. I think nothing has changed since we last talked about this, given the summaries that we got here. It's not really giving us much of anything. But with everything that we've discussed today so far, where's our love interest going to lie here? What love story are we going to be following? Because we have to have one. We have to. It's a romantasy series.
I am all for Elaine and Asriel.
No, I think it's going to be Gwen and Asriel. I think it's going to be Gwen and Asriel.
Maybe.
I think so too.
I don't care who the woman is. I just want Asriel, and I just want to know, is he a freak? That's the burning question here. Honestly, though, if there's no romance in these two books, I think I'd be fine. I think I
would be fine too. I'd be okay too with it. Trust me, I would be totally fine with that. But I just feel like it's a romantasy series. I feel like we're gonna have to have some kind of.
I feel like that too. I don't care who it is. For all I care, Asriel could have Gwen, Elaine, whoever else wants to join. I don't care. I just want to know. Is he a freak?
Deb, I hope we find out, because if we don't, that's going to be like...
I am writing SJM myself.
I can be like, honestly, Deb's going to hate me for this, but I can see Asriel being the total opposite of that, of just him just being like, I can see Asriel like, you know, properly courting his lady, bringing her home and putting on some Boys to Men while they make love.
I want that man to have the dirtiest fucking mouth on the face of Perithian.
No,
I want him to be friggin' dirty.
I don't know, Deb. Maybe he'll date his cousin. Oh, that was bad. That was so bad, because Aelin did marry her cousin.
Oh my God.
I said to Mandy the whole time, I don't know, Deb's going to love when she gets to this point, because they're cousins.
Yay!
So that's something for you to look forward to.
People are going to think I'm all about the incest. In real life, I ain't about it. I just need everybody to know that.
I think people are well aware.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think people. I think people know. That's like the whole part of like the dark romance. So you're fine.
If
Game
I
of Thrones
truly
romance, though,
yeah,
spot on. Go with the incest.
If I truly thought that, I would not agree to sit behind a microphone with you.
Oh my God.
That's so funny. All right. So we're definitely thinking we just don't know who the girl is. I mean, it could be something. It could be somebody else. I mean, man, Lucian needs a girl too, because Elaine's like, fuck you.
Lucian does need a girl.
I forgot about him.
Lucy.
Maybe Elaine will come around and be like, you know what? You're very sweet. I like
I like your robot eye.
I like your eye. I was going to say, I like your eye. I was going to say eye patch, but it's not really a patch.
Can you shoot lasers from it?
But it makes sense. He got like a special eye and she has a seer ability. So together they might, make a good duo. He just came on a little too strong.
I think Lucian's going to suck in bed, though. I think he's going to just be like nope, next.
Well, he's a ginger, so, I mean.
That's rude. That's so mean.
Well,
Amanda.
I'm keeping it in.
I don't read him as being attractive.
I don't either.
No.
No. Do we have any other theories off the top of our heads, ladies, about what could be? I mean, I'm sure we're going to see some things as people die. dive into what this could possibly be. We're going to see a lot more coming out on the internet of what could possibly be going on.
Yeah.
I personally feel like this is, I mean, I really didn't want to read, not that I didn't want to read too much into this. I don't want it to sound like that. But when I read the descriptions, I felt like I didn't really need to deep dive that much into it because it really just sounded like we're picking up where we left off and we're going to just continue from here. And I was like, okay, I'm cool with that. But of course, yes, like people want to know exactly what might be coming up, what Easter eggs we're going to see, where people might be going. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm happy with finding out when I read it, but the ideas are a lot of fun for sure.
I know. It's just fun to yap about your ideas.
Oh, totally.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have like any grandiose theories. I just think it's fun to read the description and remember back to all the unanswered questions that, I've had, and just think like, I see like betrayal, allies, and there's more turmoil, and it's like, okay, who's going to do what? I thought this person could possibly turn on people, and I thought this person could do this, and Tamlin's at a low spot. So it's kind of like my mind just going in circles, like what could be and what's going to happen. But
of course,
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, your mind is naturally going to wander on to the who, what, where, when, and why.
Mm-hmm. But I'm not a scientist. I'm not trying to be like, but it is fun for the people that do it. And I like reading their thoughts. I just don't have the mind to connect all of that. And, I definitely admire the people that do.
Absolutely. I do too. Because they come up with stuff and I'd be like, oh my gosh, that's so great. Why didn't I think of that?
Because I'm too focused.
Good theories?
Yes.
I have one. And that one I really like, and I'm taking that one.
I like it.
And you better believe I'm making a TikTok about it when we're done here.
Mm-hmm. Is in alignment to your theory about Elaine being, what did you say? Her gift is life. Not her gift is life. She is life. When
she
you
is
said
life.
that, she's the gift of life. Well, she is, I guess.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Oh, Elaine. Well, I mean, guys, we'll all find out for ourselves soon. I mean, it's going to be here before we know it. October 27th, A Court of Splintered Harmony, or ACOSH, will be out.
I'm excited. I'm
excited.
I think it's going to be so good.
I do think it's going to be good. I am excited. Did we have a page count yet or no? I'm interested.
This says print length for A Court of Splintered Harmonies, 352 pages.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
We have for A Court of Forgotten Melody, 896 pages.
Holy mackerel.
Ooh, that might get a little tough. Tough.
300s, upper 300s for the first one? Oh,
Mid
that's smaller than this.
Mm-hmm. It's a baby.
It's a baby. That's a baby.
Okay, so I'm thinking maybe because that one's short, the 800 and something other pages won't be bad. I just think of Kingdom of Ash. I'm like, oh, get to the point.
Girl, right there with you.
I'm sorry. It's just like,
I do think with this series, I think she has enough to talk about for 800 and something pages, almost 900 pages. I feel like there's plenty of things that we literally just talked about here between Moore and Eris, Elaine, Azrael. I feel like there's enough context in there where she's going to give us a good amount of stuff. I feel like there's going to be lulls regardless, but
I mean, I
feel
don't
like
know.
it'll keep you interested.
There was a lot going on in Throne of Glass too, and it was still kind of just like, what are we doing?
It was a little painful at the and
I'm
I mean,
sorry
it's
to
really
everybody who loved Throne of Glass. I love that for you. Ashley and I, we were like,
I knew how it was going to end. I mean, there were things I didn't know, but like for the most part, I'm like, oh, duh. But and this is no shade to Sarah. I think if there's any book that is pushing 1,000 pages, it is tough. There are some heavy lulls.
Right.
Yeah.
I think A Court of Silver Flame, I can't remember how many pages that was. I think it was pushing 800, and I feel like that was pretty easy to go through. There really weren't any lulls. But and like even like that's why I can't do Stephen King. Deb, I know you like Stephen King, but like I'm like, okay, all right, Steve, let's get to the point.
He's very wordy. I liked Salem's Lot. I think that was a very good book. But again, Stephen King took 16 chapters to describe one house. And I was like,
no, thank you.
Not for me.
Immediate.
Or at least that's how it felt. And listen, he's great at what he does.
Mm-hmm.
He's just,
I like the movies.
He's very wordy. Yeah, because all the fluff's taken out.
Exactly. But yeah, I hopefully there's enough to keep us going. Which I'm sure there will be.
Yeah. I think it'll be okay.
I honestly, in the ACOTAR series, I didn't experience hitting a point where I was like of course, like there's always like a little lull, right? That's really any long book. The ACOTAR series, I never was like, I just need to push through.
Right.
I can honestly say that with the ACOTAR series. So that's good.
I'll have to agree. They're pretty much, nothing to where I'm like, oh my God, let's go. Like, geez.
Right.
And if anything, it was in the first one. If anything, it was in the first one.
Yeah. But then it picked up and it was fine. But
yes. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for having me back.
Of course. Ashley, you don't even need to ask. You can just pop in whenever you want.
I'll just Riverside bomb you.
That's fine.
Like Zoom bomb, but you don't use Zoom. So I just say Riverside.
You stop in whenever you want. I mean, obviously, we would love to have you back when 6 comes out and after we finish it and we talk about it. So, and that's...
Heck yeah.
We've got, a little over 2 months. It's going to be here before we know it.
Oh, yeah.
And then we'll have Threshing Day in there, too.
Oh, yeah.
We'll fly through that in a day.
Oh, yeah.
Both of these books we'll fly through in a day.
I hope so. Well, this was fun, guys. Let us know, you guys out there, what your theories are. If you've heard anything different or if you have something that you think of that nobody else has thought of yet, please let us know. We would love to hear it.
In addition to that, of course, everybody, fall's coming right around the corner. And what goes great for fall? Really comfortable sweatshirts and sweatpants. Everybody go get yourself some comfort clothing. I am once again in the waffle line. I talk about it all the time. It's comfortable. I love long sleeves. I like being in a nice, comfortable, not too heavy, not too light type of a sweatshirt during the summer months. I am not sweating my ass off right now. I am incredibly comfortable, and it's just, their clothing's wonderful. Click on the affiliate link, get yourself 15% off. Just go stock up. I keep buying all their stuff. I keep buying their sweatshirts and all that. I am fully stocked for fall. I can't wait.
I'm sorry, I need to interject here. We have breaking news. Our TikTok deb that you posted 2 days ago, Megan Quinn just liked it. So thanks, Megs.
Thank you, Megan. Oh, we love you, Megan.
I just got the notification right now. I was like, wait, is that the one that Deb already told me about? I'm like, no, that's the one from 2 days ago. Yay!
Oh my God! Megan!
Which TikTok was that? Was it recapping the book you just read?
It was doing just for the plot.
Aww,
so
I love that.
I love that. I love her.
Love you,
and
Megan.
We love you, Ashley. Thank you so much for coming on again.
Oh, thank you. I love you guys.
And we will see you in a couple weeks. Everybody, please like, subscribe, comment, all that shit. Please, we'll really appreciate it. And that's all for now.
Keep those theories rolling, everyone. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.